everybody. Welcome to this episode of This Xbox Life. Episode, I already forgot what it was called. I was on the other page. 674 Adboard, I believe is what it was. So, if not, oh well, nothing I can do about that. But welcome. I'm just here for a little bit today. Gonna share some thoughts on a couple of things I've been thinking about this week. And the first thing I want to discuss is what I'm calling the Adboard, which is the new dashboard that Microsoft pushed out to everyone recently. And I can say I have not. I'm in the what is it? The beta group, Charlie Delta. I don't know what I'm in. I'm not in the first out. I think I'm in the beta. I think that's the group I'm in. And so I've had this thing for a little bit, and I have not liked it from the start, and I haven't seen them really fix anything. I've got the Xbox page up here in my background, and you can see a little bit of what it looks like. Now, there are some nice things I do like about it. The first thing is I'm going to play this little video. I'm going to mute the tab, though, and play this. And as you'll see, as they move up top, you've got your My Games and Apps, Microsoft Store, Game Pass, all right up there, settings. It's real easy to get to. And you can see the backgrounds changing as they bounce between games. So you can kind of set that up to do that. It's a real short video, so I'll replay it. And it is kind of neat to see that. I haven't done that. I've just left it on a static background like before, so I haven't had it changed to the game images. I would imagine in real life it's going to be a little slower than what they show there. In fact, I will check that out later today and see how that actually appears. But the one thing that I don't like... Okay, let me go back to that. Play it again. There is more... You're seeing more of your screen up top, which is nice. All of this area up top. You do get to see more of your background. But once you move out of that main page, to me, this is where it all falls apart. And they don't actually show that in the video. I imagine that's because Microsoft's probably going to get some hate over this. But here's kind of what you see. You get a bunch of Game Pass stuff. So it's like they show you like at the top here, which they don't list it, but this is kind of like a new to Game Pass. What's coming up in Game Pass. And that's fine, especially for people that are in Game Pass. I think, and it makes sense now that Microsoft is getting rid of Xbox Live Gold, putting everybody at like Game Pass Core. So, it's always going to show you what's new. Now, for the core people, is it going to show you what's new that's not available to you unless you pay for Ultimate, or is it going to be what's new to the core? Because I would imagine that's not going to have a lot of new stuff very often. They're going to put 25 games in there, and it's probably going to stay that way for a while. So I don't know how helpful that is for the core gamers, but I would imagine they'll probably be advertising new stuff that, if you want it, upgrade to Ultimate or something. And then you have your favorites, which this is, I've got like my games, so you could put your favorites in here. And in the old dashboard, you could put several different pins, or create groups. So I had like one for games, one for entertainment, and then I would split, I'd have them on there. Well, now it's just like one and that's it. And then everything else below that, you can't really do anything with it. And you get they'll put certain game stuff here, or they have here they got Legends and Friends and Community Updates, which is nice to kind of see some of that back, but there's entertainment apps. I don't need advertisements for entertainment apps and, all these different things that are just, to me, it's garbage outside of the top. I now never scroll down at all. And I just try to work with it at the top. And I hate that all this stuff is there because it takes up resources. It's still loading all this junk in the back. And it's like, I don't like it. I don't like what they've done. I feel like they've taken it to really maximizing the ad. So outside of the top, and you still have an ad here. You still have one right here. And then here's a Game Pass ad. I mean, I think all three of these are actually ads. when you get down to it. And then there's your browse your games right there, which you can still get to right through right there. So it's like this here and this here, kind of like the same thing. I mean, it's a little different. This goes straight to your games, but I feel like it's a step forward, but many steps backwards once you go below this page. I hope that they hear community feedback. I hope others feel this way. I really think the rest of it is garbage. I don't see the whole point of this below that main line, and I'm just not happy. Not rant worthy, because again, I think some of it's nice, but I just want to get to my stuff. I want to see my stuff. I don't want to see, here's the top Game Pass games, and here's some games that we suggest, and here's some movies that you might like. I don't watch movies on your service, Microsoft. I got my own stuff. In fact, I don't even use apps on my Xbox anymore. I use them through the TV because I've had issues where apps work on my TV. They refuse, like the Apple Plus will not work on Xbox. Like, and I know it's an Apple thing, but it's just like I don't want to have. It was like one place, one-stop shop. Put it on my TV. I don't have to turn my Xbox on to watch my apps. Now my Xbox is back to just kind of being a gaming device. But for those that don't have smart TVs, I mean, this is fine. But again, let us customize it like we used to be able to. This almost feels too much like a Amazon Fire Stick, which I have. And it's the same thing. Outside of that top, anything below it is just annoying, and it really. If you've seen an Amazon Fire Stick, you'll know that this really kind of resembles that. And once you move off that main page, it's just, ugh. Anyways, all right. So that's that. I want to move into something different, and you might surprise you, but I want to ask the community. So you can reach out to me, by the way, at mark@thisxboxlife.com. You can just send me an email. Also, if you want to send a voicemail, they do work. Just go to thisxboxlife.com, and there's a voicemail widget on the right-hand side. You can click on that, and it'll send a voicemail, and then I can play that in the show. So we can hear you guys sharing comments, thoughts, questions, whatever. So, and also, of course, I'm on YouTube, so please like and subscribe. Would appreciate that. As This Xbox Life, we never really got into the YouTube. We did for a little bit, and we didn't do it for long. We ended up going back to just audio podcasts, and then for a while we were like kind of publishing them with like a generic screen that would publish it to YouTube, but that was not our main point. So we don't have a lot of people listening and subscribing through the YouTube. So if you do like and subscribe, that would be awesome. We would really appreciate that. Get some of those numbers up, and then we'll get to do some things. And hey, hello to Andrew and Jeremy both. So Andrew from Australia, it's good to see you here. Thank you for joining. And Xbox supports some apps my LG OLED does. So that's a good point, Andrew. So I'll go back real quick. So that is a nice thing about having the console. Because I do have an older TV that's in my family room that you can't update, and I can't get some apps. I think, which one was it? There's, in fact, I think that one was Apple Plus. You couldn't get because they're like, we don't support TVs that are below 2018 or something. I'm like, really? In the day of everything being an app, that's ridiculous. But so that is a great point. And I other apps were fine. I just had the one that didn't work. And then I just kind of like, let me just play these off of my TV directly. So, but again, it's, oh yeah, is it Disney? Yeah, I think you're right. I couldn't get Disney Plus on the old TV, so we had to get that through our Amazon Fire Stick. So, and then Jeremy, today on This Xbox Life, get ready for some strife. Well, Jeremy, I'm not really angry over the dashboard, the Adboard as I call it. So, but I think the rants are coming soon. Just I won't have one today, but I'm really appreciate you guys joining. Also, so I'm going to go back to the Sony Q. to get into what this is and does. And I'm not a Sony show, but and I support all gamers. Period. I've had some Sony mobile devices in the past. Like I had the PSP. I've had PlayStations 3, 4. I'm one of the few people that like the look of the PS5 of the discless version. I think the disc version, the one in this picture, is ugly, but I actually like the shape of it, the discless one. But I just kind of anti-Sony myself at the moment for some of their practices. But anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk about, and I'm not here to put Sony down. A question I had for you guys is when I saw this Q device, the first thing I thought, and maybe it's just because I've got kids and they like to break everything, and my youngest son's gone through several Nintendo Switches and broken controllers, and those things are attached, not permanently. He's got the original Switches, but where you can take them off. But I'm one, like when I'm playing, I should have had a controller in my hand. I kind of sometimes you get in a good gaming session, you might grip that thing and you tend to kind of twist, maybe your hands left and right. Well, you're going to strain, put some strain on the controllers. And my thoughts are only half of this thing, of this screen, is connected to the controllers. So I'm like, if someone seriously is a kind of a tough, rough, maybe a little rough on their physical devices or grip things hard or, just normal wear and tear, my concern is that this thing's going to get like stress fractures in the plastic at these points, or potentially will customers see screen issues, breaks or pixels getting ruined where this comes together. I just think this should have been like fully attached to the whole screen. I've got a Logitech G Cloud. I know the Steam Deck, the Ally ROG, they're all like, it's a solid unit. And I think by doing what Sony's done here, I think they've set this up for some potential weakness. I hope not. Hopefully it's very sound and structurally built. It's just kind of the way my mind worked, and it wasn't an anti-Sony thing. It's just when I saw it, I was like, oh, first thing I thought it was like, this is going to break. So if you're looking at getting one of these, might be a consideration. You might want to take a look at it, or maybe wait, let other people get them and see before you put your money down, if that's a concern for you. If not, by all means, get it. I think this thing would do a lot better if it was a true portable. It's only portable if you're in your house, I guess, on the same network as your PS5 and you're actually doing remote play, which my G Cloud does. But I can also take my Logitech G Cloud out of my house and I can connect to any Wi-Fi and play Xbox Cloud. I can play the NVIDIA cloud games. There's some other stuff. You can play Android games. You can play stuff locally on it. And this just seems to be a streaming device that connects directly to remote play off your PlayStation. So I don't know the appeal of that, but we'll see. But the thing I wanted to bring up today was just my concerns about this thing being pretty fragile. I think you're going to have some real soft hands, soft touch to play this. You get into your shooters and you're gritting, and if you're kind of flexing, I worry about the screen and that plastic breaking, but hopefully Sony's thought of that, and that thing's going to be pretty sound. But that's it for today, folks. Again, I just want to pop on. These are going to be shorter, just kind of providing a couple thoughts, things I've been thinking about. I'm hearing some stuff about, I know Microsoft is doing some advertising, I guess. I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard about it. So I got to go out there and look at it. Just been real busy with work. But there's some stuff about a blue hedgehog, maybe. So some rumors are going around, but maybe I'll dig into that and put something out, my thoughts out later this weekend with another quick show. But thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe, and send in those voicemails and emails, and we'll play them on the show next time. Take care, everyone. We'll see you online. All right. Bye-bye.